Welcome to this week's episode of the Outback Podcast. We're chatting all things Eildon, Moorweiler, and our high country trip we just got back on. Sit back and enjoy. Welcome back to episode 4 of the Outback Podcast. I got myself, Benny, and Sammy joining me as usual. Tonight, we're going to chat all things fishing over the last 4 weeks and our high country trip we've just been on. Boys, how are we?
Going all right, mate.
Yeah, pretty
Going
good, mate. Pretty good.
What's the news?
Just got back from the high country trip. It was pretty wet,
It was
unfortunately.
soaking.
Hasn't rained at all in like months, and then it rains on that one weekend, so it was quite annoying.
Could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a lot worse. It actually was a good weekend. Like, luckily we had the big Benny's tarp and Brody's tarp. That saved us.
Yeah, that was something.
That was, yeah, so for context there, Ben and Brody didn't run a tarp. Didn't run an awning on his on the car, so
We just strung out a massive tarp with about 40 ratchet straps and zip ties going everywhere. So hey, she did the job. So
Hey, it worked. It works. And to be honest, it was a Friday night when you guys had it set up looking schmicko. It actually worked really well when that
Did
rain
work.
came in.
Water
good
didn't
job. You
even
didn't
pull
pull up. That would have been bad news.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get into it, mate.
Oh, finally. This is the first one in months.
Yeah.
That's weird. How's the 75 soft going?
It didn't last long.
Let's roll it back. Benny, roll it back to end of April first.
Fishing comp.
No, before that.
Before that.
Eildon.
Was that before?
Yeah, it was the week before.
Shit, time flies.
Time flies when you're just going on boys trips all the time.
No, we recently did a trip to Lake Eildon, myself, Robbo and Jake. And yeah, usually Eildon's a pretty tough place, and we finally got the place to pay off. So, as you would have seen, we've released a video now. Very exciting story. Robbo's just on fire, catching fish left, right, and centre, and getting hooks and stuff in his hands. So
Yeah, do you want to... Let's start that whole story. Like, because he starts off on the...
righto. So
from the beginning.
we all rock up. We bring some boats, right? Then we bought a fishing rod. No, anyway, we're out on the water. We do a lot of boat camping. A lot of people do a lot of boat camping. So we headed up the
Goffs Bay and going
what's
into
the river?
Big.
It's the Jammy, isn't it?
Yes. The Big
Jammy.
River. Yes, it's Goffs Bay into Jamison River.
Yeah, Goffs Bay into Jamison River.
The sort of S-bends there.
Yeah, on the S-bends, and found a nice flat spot to camp. Rolled the swags out, and vibes are up. Anyway, on the first night, both me and you missed an opportunity.
And Robbo dropped one as well.
And Robbo had a big girl on, way bigger than what I'm about to tell you later on.
I didn't realise it was that big.
Yeah, no, he reckons the weight of it was way bigger than what he caught. So.
That's what they all say, though. They all reckon it's bigger. The one that got away was bigger.
Yeah. Wait till you talk to the fucking dam keeper divers, mate.
That wall.
Anyway, yeah, we get there. Yeah, first night session, Donut City, Robbo dropped one. Going into the morning session, wasn't it? Jake and I fished basically... Where were we?
We were straight out from camp.
Basically straight out from camp, weren't we? Yep. And then Robbo was sort of back towards Goffs Bay a little bit. He'd found this really nice little feeding platform, and that'll play a pretty key part in this weekend. And we got the radio, and he said, "Boys, I think I've got one over the meter." So we raced over there, had a look, and sure as eggs, she was well over the meter.
Sure as eggs.
Sure as eggs. I've never heard that.
What do you mean? Continue on anyway.
What was it?
111.
Yeah, 111. So
Good fish.
great fish. He was up and about. He was shivering, shaking.
He was shaking one, and he's caught a few fish.
Yeah,
so
he's
that shocked me.
fish. I think it's just the whole solo thing. Did it all by himself. So.
Yeah.
And Eildon's a tough place, and he dropped one the night before, so it's probably even a bit of redemption.
Yeah.
So that was really good, really good. And then basically he was just sort of content sitting down in his boat having a breather. So yeah, we just dropped the pole in and started shooting off on this feeding flat that he'd found, and about 10 metres away, this big old orange blob sat there, and I did my thing, made the right cast and brought it over him, and whammo, there was my Eildon PB for now.
97.
97 centimetre cod. So Jake was into me the whole thing. Oh, it's a metre, it's a metre.
I looked a metre.
Yeah. He's like, there's your Eildon metre. I was like, shut up, Jake.
Get that rolling.
Just because he said that, it's not going to. So, yeah, 3 centimetres short. Yeah, so it was good. Anyway, Robbo got the bug back and ended up going sort of even closer towards Goffs Bay and found another little bay that he liked and managed to rustle up looks like an 80 model in the video. And he gets it netted in the boat, and as he's trying to pull the hooks out, the fish does the old death roll and, hooks straight through the hand. And, he's not happy. Just turfs the fish overboard.
He's not happy, but he's honestly only got himself to blame.
Yeah, true. It's just, we're all a little bit complacent in that manner. I reckon that was, after that, I was like, yeah, righto. Probably should keep my hands out of the danger zone a little bit more, because just like it can happen like that in the blink of an eye. So, yeah, he motored back to camp, and I cut the lure off with a pair of side cutters and drove him back to the boat ramp in the boat.
Can I jump in there?
Yeah.
Why didn't me or you take him to hospital?
So it was 9 o'clock in the morning, and may or may not have been able to drive a motorcycle. Yes. Okay.
Next question.
That's what happens when you catch fish. You got to celebrate. So, so I dropped him off at his car, and he was fine. Robbo's not drinking at the moment, pussy. And he jumps in his car and goes off to the hospital, gets the hook cut out, and about 3 hours later, he said, I'm back at the boat ramp. In the meantime, me and Jake were trying to find a yellow belly on the opposite bank, and we saw this boat pondering over, and it just looked like fisheries or something like that. Anyway, who was it?
It was Goulburn Murray water.
Yeah.
They cruised up in a weird looking boat,
Yeah.
and they were just throwing boys out or something.
Yeah.
Boys, the floating thing, not young children. Just to clarify that. Sorry, Goulburn Murray there. Just making sure that.
Throwing them under the bus.
Yeah, asterisk.
That would have been a sight to see, those boats coming over.
Oh.
Yeah. Where the life jackets were getting buckled on.
And no, they were always on.
Always on. Just tighten the straps. So anyway, they come over and they said, is that your camp on the corner? And we were probably 100 metres away. And I just honest. I said, yeah, no, it is. I said, oh, well, you got an active fire going. It's below the high water mark. And
can't camp there.
You can't camp there. And I was going, oh, righto, here we go. Here's $1,000 fine or something. But no, they were really good and just enlightened us as to you cannot camp anywhere on the bank in Lake Eildon, even if it's above the high water mark, unless it's a designated camping zone. So we were well and truly aware that below the high water mark was a bit sketchy, but sometimes it's just hard to find a place to camp.
We're not the first people to do it. We're not the last, and it won't even be our last time. Yeah. Everyone does it.
Yeah, and we're not grubs. We don't throw glass and rubbish and stuff in the fire or leave rubbish at our campsites. So, when the water comes up, there's a bit of ash, which I understand. Yeah, it does have an effect on the water. But anyway, they were good blokes. Moved us on. So we packed Robbo's boat up and all his camping gear, and Jake drove Robbo's boat back to the boat ramp, and I drove mine. And then we just loaded all the gear in the car, and all we had on board was just the swags for when it got too dark. And we set out fishing again. So, where did we go?
Same area.
No, we went...
we went the Howcram.
We went the Howcram.
We went the Howcram.
And we were cruising and found a really nice spot. I'd actually had a super good follow with Reese from Social Fishing up that arm, and we went in a similar area. And we were just getting settled for the night in the prime time, and this Robbo bloke rings up again on the UHF and goes, I've got another one. So anyway, because of his injury, he really needed a hand getting in the boat, so we went over there and helped him out. It was a little bit bigger, wasn't it?
112.
Yeah, 1 centimetre bigger. So he had an absolute blaster of a weekend.
But if you look closely in the video, which maybe I don't know if people noticed, but he's actually wearing a latex glove on his left hand. Obviously, you know that.
Yeah, that was my first aid work. The doctor told him, "You got to keep that hand warm."
Well, they told him to go home.
Yeah, they actually.
And then Robbo was like, "You can tell me what you want.
Yeah.
I'm not going
I'm
home.
not going home. Yeah.
I ain't fucking leaving."
Yeah. Yeah. At the very least, you got to keep it dry, clean, warm, whatever. So he come back to the boat ramp with like a little patch over the top of the hole, and it quickly peeled off because he was still bleeding. Anyway, so yeah, we just bandaged it up and put the old latex rubber straight on top, and yeah, that's what you'll see in the video. He's got the old surgeon hand going on.
It's a good effort.
Yeah.
I'm gonna respect the whole hustle there.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, Robbo would have written off that. He would have gone home.
Time to go.
Yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good to see he came back and he was rewarded with the second one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a cracking trip. I didn't actually get anything myself. I got the Sammy Rogers treatment. Just getting shafted.
I'm up to 12 trips. No,
12 trips.
No
12
fish on lure.
trips at Eildon.
I've got it on bait, but just not on lure.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it's
Just on cheese, mate, or
Probably wasn't it?
yeah, probably a bit of chicken. I think
Chicken.
yeah, chicken
Yeah, right.
goes alright.
Nice.
I'll get one day.
yeah, Lake Eildon's a funny place, but it pays off every now and again.
It seems to pay us off in there last night. Usually,
Yeah,
apart from this trip.
I think we're just getting better.
Yeah.
Doing smarter things.
Mm.
Yeah. I do think Robbo needs to lift that freaking pole off of his.
Yeah.
The back.
He hunches over way too much. I told him this. This isn't a secret, yeah. He just hunched up.
The old man scoper.
Yeah. He's going to have a bad back if he keeps going with that. So yeah, that was the last week of April. And then a week later, we had somehow got permission for back-to-back boys weeks. This happened.
I don't know. Yeah.
The same three blokes as well.
Yeah.
We fished our first comp.
We did. And what a mistake.
Teams Fishing Australia comp, round 1 at Moala. I think we. I'll start off at the beginning of the weekend. The vibes were pretty high because we were excited. We was on a level playing field. We sort of know Moala. We didn't expect to compete. We didn't expect to be dead last.
Let's just make one thing clear. We did not expect to compete with Yellow Belly. All right? We knew we were going to catch a cod, but we always knew that yellows were going to be tough.
And that was in the end. That was our downfall.
Yeah.
Because, well, we got the one fish on the first morning. It was like 52 or something from memory.
Monster.
The monster. And then it was after that. That was early, wasn't it? It was about 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And then it was a hot second before we saw another scale. It wasn't until 3 o'clock. So, and we didn't. Oh no, I forgot. I got to mention. Remember, electric motor played up.
True. Yeah.
So we wasted an hour and a half there because the electric motor failed.
That was after the bigger fish, though.
No, it wasn't because the bigger fish was at 3 o'clock, and we had lunch when we went back.
No. So we got there. The fishing started on the Friday.
Yeah.
We didn't catch that bigger fish till Saturday.
No, we didn't. It was a Friday Avo. I know because I'm editing the video right now, so I know when we caught it. Yeah, so we caught the little fish, 52. Then your motor started playing up, so we had to go back and wasted an hour and a half, and we had lunch when we got back. Fixed it. It was just a loose terminal, you thought? A loose cable?
What was it in the end? No, it was actually... Well, I did find a loose cable, but it was actually just flat batteries in the remote.
Is that all it was?
That's what it was in the end.
Yeah, but told us that.
Yes, I did.
That's the first I'm hearing of it right now. I thought it was a loose cable.
Yeah, no, I did find a loose cable when I
I
was
thought
trying
that
to
was
diagnose
the
it.
problem.
Nah, it failed
It's a
again.
good job because I was going to do a voiceover and just talking about a loose cable, but now I can change that
Yeah,
to
yeah,
say
yeah.
Ben was a fucking idiot. Anyway, vibes were low for a lot of hours there until we got 87 at around about 3 o'clock-ish.
Yeah.
That really brought the vibes high. We thought we'd won the comp the way we went off.
It was funny. We just tucked into this little bit of timber and It's like the old Moala switch come on and Paul dropped one.
Mm-hmm.
Then I lined a good one up, had a hit, dropped it, and then turned the corner, bang, there's another one for Millsy, and he did all the right things and got his. So, and then after that, gone.
Yeah, there was like a 15-minute window
Yeah.
of 3 fish. We could have, imagine if we just,
Boated all
we would have placed a lot higher.
A little bit different fishing though that we're used to, like this
During the
comp
day.
being during the day rather than
the
in the
hours
early
were tough.
morning.
The hours were tough, but I feel like I learned a lot just because you're forced to fish those hours. Like, I would never have thought I'd catch an 87 centimetre cod at 3 o'clock in the arvo in Moala and a glass off. Like, I was pretty cool. And yours and Robbo's looked similar sort of size, like around that 90 centimetre size.
Yeah.
But it must have been something that just switched them on, because we saw big fish all day and they were not happy.
Yeah, it's like you could throw anything at them. I don't care what lure you've got or what. Yeah, nothing. Not even a lump of chicken would turn up.
So yeah, that was day one. We ended up with 2 fish. We weren't sitting good. We were sitting like, I feel like we were sitting 33rd or something, which in hindsight now is actually a cracking finish.
How many people are in the comp?
38.
38.
We knew our bag of yellows were going to let us down.
Yeah.
But we thought we could have a pretty respectable bag of cod, which we ended up getting a fairly respectable bag of cod. Like, if it was just cod alone, we would have been middle of the pack.
Yeah.
I worked that out. But yeah, that took us on to day 2, where we did end up finishing our bag of cod, which is 5. The limit was 5, and it was your 5 biggest cod, and me and Paul knocked him over. He had a bit of a tough run, mate.
Yeah, I didn't get a cod till right at the end. I was busy scoping them up for you.
Yeah, you were. Yeah, so we ended up with that bag, couple in the mid 50s and high 50s. Pretty much finished our bag off into that night. I think that's where the heads were unscrewed.
So yeah, we had a full nice bag of cod. We'd been talking to other anglers there, and we'd actually had some proper solid tips on how to fill our bag for yellow belly.
We were G'd up because we were like, we can actually get a couple
Yeah.
here. Maybe we might sit okay.
Keep
tomorrow.
in mind, I've never caught a yellow belly. It doesn't interest me one bit.
And I think I've caught 5 tops. And Robbo's only ever caught them on bait.
You've never caught one on live scope, have you?
No, it was trawling.
Yeah.
And casting the Murray.
Yeah.
Like for cod, and the yellows come and hit it.
Yeah, so we're basically the biggest yellow belly virgins in Australia. Yeah, so anyway, we had some real solid tips off the anglers there, and actually gave us a pin drop to an absolute honey hole, allegedly.
We'll never know.
We'll never know because we never got there.
Well, what happened there? I seen my phone was blowing up that night from a few Snapchats, but
And Ben Cordia as well.
yeah, I actually got a phone call and I was in bed. So yeah, do you want to explain that one, Benny?
Yeah, so basically, we just as like us, we just fell to our fashion and yeah, just started getting a bit of a vibe going in the pub there, and yeah, 1 beer turned into 3, and 3 beers turned into 20, and then I think by probably our 25th beer, we were well and truly